You know, all this talk about Odyssey and all this talk about Oriental, I've yet to take you on the tour of the Boatyard, which is, I apologize, this has been my home for a year and a half. So this is Sailcraft Service in Oriental, North Carolina. Odyssey, of course, you know, we talk nonstop about that. So this monster here is the travel lift. Basically, you can guess what it does. It takes boats out of the water, puts them on land, or takes them off land, puts them in water. If you want one of these in your backyard, it's going to run you about $1 million. They're ridiculously expensive, but super cool.
Got her welded, Eric. I'll just shine her up in the morning. Give it crisp. We'll have it by 8 o'clock.
Ooh, fantastic. What's that? Oh, do you? Okay, I'll grab them right after this. Great news, so my ladder and my steps are done. Ah, the laundry room. Now, this is, of course, where I do my laundry once a week, twice a week. But and I'm going to make another show out of the free pile. But this is where the free pile is. Right now, it's just books and a few dishes. But the free pile at the Boatyard is one of the absolute coolest things. I found more treasures there. I would say about 20% of my boat has been stuff that I found either in a kind of a trash pile or in the free pile. So more about that later. On with the tour. So this right here, this body of water. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. It's wintertime. This body of water is called the Adams Creek. So hopefully in a week, maybe less, I'll be taking my little boat right out of there. I'm going to take a right where you see the tree line. And I'm basically going to take kind of another right, and I'll be headed down to ICW. First kind of major city will be Charleston. So that's very exciting. So right behind me here, you can see this big building. This is the Oriental School of Sailing. This is where I attended sailing school. I barely passed with a 72. I think it was one of the lowest scores they've had in years. And right next to it is where I take my, I wouldn't say daily, but like every 4 days, take my little shower. They've got great hot water. And if I've ever Skyped with you, it's from up there in the Oriental School of Sailing, because they've got the fastest Wi-Fi. So if I ever Skype with you, that's exactly what I have to do, is go from my boat all the way up here. So. Oh, this is cool. So where this little white boat is here in the middle, with the kind of the red bottom, okay, that's where Odyssey was for about a year, right underneath those extractor fans, super loud, on the hard. Every night I would just kind of go to the bow of my boat and just dream about what it was going to be like in the water. And now it is. Now I'm dreaming like what it's going to be like if I ever get going, but that's for another show. To the left, or sorry, to your right, that's the office. That's where I go in to get my little packages, or weekly they call in to talk to me about when I'm ever going to pay my bill. And on the left, be careful here. This is where I make number one, number two, and also do my dishes, not at the same time, but kind of in the same trip. So here you've got the woodworking shop. Sorry, boys. Fabricator. And that's pretty much it. Again, sorry about my voice, totally losing it, but that's this is the place that I've called home for a year and a half. Sailcraft Service Oriental. They're like kind of like a family to me, but a family that I'm very ready to leave because it's super cold. So.